Hello guys, welcome back to GPU Tester. Today we're going to be benchmarking Fortnite using the RTX 3060 Ti. We're going to be running this benchmark at 1080p. There's also a 1440p benchmark coming up, so stay tuned for that. We're starting off with epic quality settings at 1080p. Also we're utilizing Lumen, which is a software implementation of ray tracing. It doesn't use hardware accelerators, but it is technically ray tracing, and it does do a decent job at imitating hardware ray tracing. Fortnite's TAA is pretty soft to begin with. The using DLSS does not ruin the image quality too much, and it is also a pretty stylized game. And Fortnite also has stylized graphics, not realistic graphics. A bit of a softer image isn't really that big of an issue. In terms of FPS, I'm actually pleasantly surprised as it managed to get an average FPS of 80. Lumen is pretty GPU intensive, and we're also using Nanite, by the way, which again puts a bit of strain on the GPU. So an 80 FPS average isn't bad. Also, since we're playing at DirectX 12 instead of 11, the stutters Fortnite has generally are a lot less common. I never thought it might be because of the API that I'm getting these stutters, but then again the developers should optimize their game for other APIs as well. That said, the experience is really good, and if you're someone who really wants their game to look beautiful in terms of lighting, then these are the settings you want to play at. Next, we're going to be playing at the high settings with Lumen also turned to high. We're still going to be utilizing NVIDIA's DLSS set to the quality preset, which means it is rendering only 66% of the pixels, and then it's using AI to upscale it back to 1080p. It does do a really good job, and DLSS has always looked pretty good in Fortnite. The FPS also seems to get quite a lot higher, with us getting an average of 109, 1% lows come in at 69, and 0.1% lows come in at 48. The experience is really good, and the game gives you more than 20% performance when you come down from the Ultra preset, but it does look really close to epic settings. It's not too far. And it does look really close to how good the epic settings looked. It is different, but not by much. Finally, we're going to be playing at medium settings, and we've also turned the lumen to medium. We're still going to be utilizing DLSS, and in terms of FPS, in terms of averages, we get an average FPS of 150, 1% lows come in at 94, and 0.1% lows come in at 61. And this is probably the settings I'd play at, because in multiplayer games I don't really care much about graphics. I want to get the highest amount of FPS I can, so that I can have the lowest possible latency. But I do understand if you're someone who wants the game to look good. Medium settings don't look bad, but they are vastly different from high settings or very high settings, which is epic settings I mean. That will bring an end to our video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Do let me know in the comments what you thought. And stay tuned for the 1440p video as well. I'll catch you in the next one.